Alright, welcome back to Eating Naturals. Today's video is 12 things that I have learned being a small business owner. Excuse me, I think I am coming down with a cold and it's the worst. I'll be drinking some juice that I juiced in an old previous bottle that has here and some cayenne, some ginger, some persimmons, or also known as kaki, and lemons and orange juice. Cheers to health. Continue to watch and you'll learn the 12 things that I've learned being a small business owner. 1. When you're starting a small business, learn what type of scams are out there. Learn the hard way that there's a lot of different scams that you may not think about, whether it's something that you're buying, whether it's something that's coming through the mail or somebody calling you and you're just super new into learning all the small business ins and outs that you end up falling into a scam. I plan to do a video about it, so let me know with a like or a comment below if you want to learn more. 2. If you're starting a business, you best believe you better have a website because people will ask you for your website. So as soon as you start a business, make yourself a website, save yourself a lot of weird conversations of why you may not have a website. Just go build it. There's so many platforms out there, so many pricings, not even pricings, you just pay a transactional fee. If you're interested in a video about all the different websites, let me know in the comments below, but make yourself a website. 3, do not be afraid to try out any type of event. When you're first starting out, it's kind of hard to know what type of events fit your brand. Of course, you kind of know who your number one client is, but maybe they may go to different events. Like, I'm a natural person, my brand is natural. I was thinking maybe vegan or whatnot, or mental health. And sure, that brought those people in, but then I realized that not everybody that came to that event was technically what I imagined. And I learned that I do a lot better at parks where there's a lot of traffic and people are seeing things other than just vendors. So that's me. So don't be afraid to try out any type of event, try them all out, and you'll learn what is good for your brand. 4, don't get discouraged about low followings or a slow start. Just be consistent and you'll get there. Show your face, show up. Do not get discouraged and not show up, because if you don't show up, no one will know you, no one will see your products. Get out there. That's the only way you can share what you have. I don't care if it's a market, a pop-up, a big event. Go to it, see what suits you, give it a try. Just give it a try. We're gonna have mistakes, we're gonna have errors. That's fine. We will survive. Speak of vending, invest in your display. Have a beautiful spread, whether it's a stand, or if it's some type of glassware, some type of flowers, or whatever your aesthetic is, make sure you show it in your display so you can pull in the people that you want to your booth. Investing in your display will make a huge difference, especially if you're making content. Okay, so another thing I thought about that I would need is to have some type of professional photos for my products. No, you do not need that, at least not right away. You can use your phone. Just make sure you watch so many different YouTube videos. You can go on Reddit, whatever you need to do. Just learn the quality setting that you need for your photo. Get some good lighting. That's all you need. Easy peasy. When starting out, get the basics down, go from there. Next thing I learned is do not depend on one stream of income or only one stream to sell your product, your service, whatever you have. I thought Etsy would be the one and done, but that was a lie, and super shocked and broke my poor little heart when they canceled me on Etsy. Maybe do a video, let me know in the comments below with a like or a comment if you want to hear about it, but they canceled me and I wasn't able to get back on, so no more Etsy. But I can do in-person events, I have my website, so you do not need to rely on one stream. Another thing, do not be that person where you're on your phone in your booth. I've been to so many booths where people are just on their phone, scrolling, whatever. They don't even notice that you're there. They may not even notice when you leave. Do not be that person. Acknowledge a person, be like, hey, how's it going? But do you have to be like, oh my God, like overwhelm them? No, just acknowledge them, you know, be able to interact with them. Let them do most of the talking. If they ask you questions, answer it to your best knowledge and just be interactive. But you don't have to be overpowering, and definitely do not neglect a customer. All right, this one is a fun one for me. This isn't only just for content, but definitely take pictures, videos for along the way to help others, but also to help yourself as a reflection, like a reflection practice for yourself about what kind of obstacles, hurdles that you have passed, where your growth looks like, and just to be able to reflect on yourself. Like, give yourself some kudos, celebrate the small wins, you know, even celebrate the losses, because you're gonna overcome them. So definitely record the journey, pictures, videos, whatever you can. Okay, so this one's a hard one for me, is don't get overwhelmed with social media. It is tough when you are comparing yourself to other business owners. Do not compare yourself. Use it as inspiration, you know, like maybe learn from other people, maybe network, but don't get into the habit of overwhelming yourself with what you need to do, how you need to do it, where you need to be. Everybody's in their own journey. I always like to say to myself this little analogy, that I'm in my own car, I'm driving in my own little journey from A to B. It might be on the same road as the person next to me, but I'm in my car. And that is okay, what stops I take, as long as I get to A to Z. And that goes for you too. Okay, another thing that I'll definitely say is do not hold back on what type of service or product you have for others. No one will know that you have this unless you say something. Like recently I was able to sell a soap to a neighbor. Why? Because I talked to them. Turns out they sell art, they like to do gift baskets, and they like to add things to their gift basket to make it more full. Little did you know, I sell soap. She wants to buy soap to make her basket look cute. Perfect. If I didn't have the courage to speak about it, then I would have never sold a product. So don't be afraid. You never know who will buy from you. As they always say, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So speak it out, especially if it's your passion. Why not? All right, next is you don't really need a lot of expensive equipment. You may not need a lot of equipment. You may not need a lot of products. You may not need a lot of ingredients. Start small and grow from there. I knew I wanted to do soaps, and I knew I had so many ideas running through my brain of all these different types of soaps that I could make, but I made sure that I winded out to a few soaps and learn from other people what they want. So I didn't get overwhelmed with making a whole bunch of things that may not even sell. But hearing what type of things that people want, I'm like, okay, I know that people want this in addition, and I've been hearing the same thing over and over again, so I know I can just add on that one thing. So thanks for tuning back into UD Naturals. I really hope these were helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything else you'd like to add or learn more about. And just don't get discouraged and be consistent. It's really hard in the beginning to not get overwhelmed, and I'm sure there is more overwhelming to come. But just like with life, there's ups and downs, and you can pass it. You can get through it. Just push, and you'll get to where you want to be one of these days, and don't get discouraged. You got this. Let's do it together. Thanks again for tuning in, and Happy New Year. Hopefully these 12 things help you